Rachid, it's really good to talk to you today. I'm obviously interested in your opinion on age diversity and why is it important? What value does it bring?
Super. First of all, thank you for the invitation to talk. And I think all diversity and all inclusion matters. In the Institute of Coding, we're spending public money, and I think we have a moral obligation to spend it for everybody. I think also pragmatically, if we're working in the digital sector where there aren't enough people with the right skills, aren't enough people ready to take up the posts that are being created, then looking to an older population who are a bit further on in their careers, a bit further on in their lives, means that we're talking to people who have skills, have the opportunity to do things that they already understand in a way that new entrants maybe do not.
So what do you see the value of having sort of all the ages represented in the workforce?
So I think that's a particularly interesting question in the digital sector. First of all, clearly there's a moral imperative. Tech is for all of us, and therefore we want to make sure that which is produced is valuable to all sectors of society. I think we know also that diverse groups function better. They produce more, they work more harmoniously, and so on. But I think actually the key issue for us is one of output, that we're interested, tech is interesting for all of us, and therefore if we leave the design and development of that tech to one small group, it's unlikely that we'll have technology and digital product which is valuable to all of us.
You're at the heart of the Institute of Coding, and you're looking to bring in to address digital skills gaps and empower organisations. So how do you see age diversity being part of that agenda?
So I think as a starting point for the Institute of Coding, we have the idea that to solve any of the problems facing the digital sector, we need to bring together people that understand employers' needs, people that understand how to educate, and people that understand the barriers and motivations facing people from different groups that we'd really like to encourage to enter the digital sector. And that's why we are launching a campaign, Control Your Future, which will allow us to engage with groups who have not traditionally come to higher education and not used higher education as a way into technology.
Rachid, as a part of the IOC, the Age Diversity Forum is very much part of the work that you're doing. So what do you think the benefits are for working with an organisation that's a specialist in age diversity, and also in terms of being an employer, being a champion, what benefits do you think there are in that?
So I think two different answers to that. I'm absolutely sure that the reasons that people aren't talking to us and aren't engaging and aren't going through higher education into digital are sufficiently complex that we need a series of experts to solve any one of them. So in terms of the Institute of Coding, the benefit that we get from the involvement of age diversity groups is exactly that we are understanding the problems in a way that we previously didn't, that we're getting detail that we wouldn't have done otherwise. Yeah. Frankly, that we're getting stakeholders represented that would not be represented in a conversation that existed only in higher education. And then what benefit to employers? I think we hear regularly from employers that a mix of skills are needed to work in digital. You do need the technical skills, you do need the cutting edge understanding of technologies and applications. But equally, you need to be able to work in a team. You need to understand the culture of the organisation. You need to be able to talk to customers and liaise with colleagues. And for a lot of those skills, they've been developed over a lifetime for those that are represented by your group.
So you think there's a real benefit to being a champion and actually engaging with this agenda? I mean, we've talked earlier about age being one element of the diversity and inclusion agenda. Obviously, it cross-cuts other areas. Yes. But there's the value to actually recognising age within that.
There must be, back to the morality and the pragmatism, and I think this underpins the campaign that we're launching, that we really think that digital is for everybody. But morally, we must include all groups of people, all the people that might be interested to work in this area if we're going to make a difference. Pragmatically, we cannot continue talking to the people that we've always spoken to. And as we all start to work longer careers and to change sector more often and to need to upskill more regularly, we think that age is a particularly interesting characteristic in terms of the kind of education and training that the Institute of Coding can provide.
Well, I'm going to have to say I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with the work that you do. I think it's great for all areas of diversity. I'm thrilled that you're engaging so much with age diversity. So, no, thank you very much to you and the Institute of Coding for everything you're doing to help promote this area.
Absolute pleasure. I think it benefits all of us. So I'm not sure that it's a one-way flow. Equally, those of us that are educators must understand what it is that we're not doing to encourage groups to come, and I think for employers also that imperative to be both inclusive and grow the capacity to train into their sector means that we need to be talking to groups like Age Diversity.
Rachid, I'm really interested to know, what advice would you give to people who want to add digital skills to the skills that they've already got?
I think a couple of steps. The first is do engage with our campaign, the Control Your Future campaign.
Yeah.
And I think specifically that means visiting our website, theinstituteofcoding.org. I think behind that, though, we are particularly keen to show off the fact that we've designed a new tranche of courses that are guided by industry, that are delivered in different ways, so they're online and they're shorter, and they don't assume that you're at a certain point in your educational voyage to start with. Those courses have a series of different price points such that they should suit a wider range of people. But fundamentally, please engage with the campaign, visit the website and look at the different courses that we have that might suit you better than a traditional higher education degree. That
sounds like a really flexible and also very inclusive approach to people who might feel otherwise a little bit not knowing where to start to add those skills.
That's certainly the objective. So I don't think that we've tailored courses for every individual requirement, but we're trying very hard to find ways of delivering courses that don't make assumptions about where you live or how easily you can move or what kind of finances you have or how much time you can give to them in a large block. So we really are interested to design courses that are relevant to people with different needs.
Yeah, and that sounds incredibly positive. So I really do hope that people go to your website and have a look at your courses and enrol.
Fantastic. Me too. Thank you very much.